Stop. Right now, you're broadcasting signals that reveal exactly what you're thinking, and you don't even know it. Your face just flashed a microexpression that lasted 1/25th of a second. Your body is communicating 80% of your message before you even speak. And the person sitting across from you, their unconscious mind is reading every single signal. What if you could reverse engineer this process? What if you could decode the psychological secrets that make human beings terrifyingly predictable? The legendary psychologist Paul Ekman, who pioneered the study of emotions, discovered that facial expressions are universal. Whether you're in New York or a remote tribe in Papua New Guinea, the 7 core emotions look identical on every human face. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, warned us, this shadow is a moral problem that challenges the whole ego personality, for no one can become conscious of the shadow without considerable moral effort. He understood that what we hide reveals who we are. And Daniel Goleman, who popularized emotional intelligence, proved that understanding others' emotions is more valuable than IQ for success in life. So, how do you read people? 1. Study microexpressions. Ekman discovered that when we try to conceal emotion, our true feelings leak out in expressions lasting less than half a second. There are 7 universal tells: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, and contempt. The key is watching the eyes and mouth. When someone's smile doesn't reach their eyes, that's not happiness. It's politeness masking something else. When their upper lip raises slightly on one side, that's contempt, and it means they've already judged you inferior. Practice this. Watch interviews on mute. Your brain will start pattern matching these expressions automatically. Within a week, you'll spot concealed emotions in real time. 2. Body language. Neuroscience confirms that 80% of what you understand in conversation is read through the body, not the words. Your brain's amygdala and orbital frontal cortex are constantly decoding unconscious body signals. Look for postural echoes. When someone subconsciously mirrors your position, it signals rapport and agreement. Watch for barrier behaviors, crossed arms, objects placed between you, or feet pointed toward the exit. These scream discomfort or psychological resistance. But here's the counterintuitive part. Stillness is the real tell. Someone who moves excessively might be nervous, but the person who goes unnaturally still, they're hiding something big. 3. Perspective-taking protocol. This is where emotional intelligence becomes a practical skill. Goleman's research shows that perspective-taking activates your theory of mind, the ability to inhabit someone else's mental world. Don't ask why questions. They make people defensive and rationalizing. Instead, use Jung's approach. Tell me about, or what's it like when? These open-ended questions bypass conscious defenses and access authentic emotional territory. The secret? Listen to understand, not to respond. When you catch yourself planning your next question, you've lost the connection. Reflect back what you hear. So what you're saying is, this simple act forces your brain to actually process their reality, not just wait for your turn to talk. 4. Read the shadow. Jung's most powerful insight was that people project their rejected qualities onto others. When someone intensely irritates you, ask, what part of myself am I seeing reflected? That judgmental colleague? They might be revealing your own suppressed critical nature. Watch for incongruence, when someone's words don't match their energy. They say they're fine, but their jaw is clenched. They claim to be excited, but their voice is flat. This gap between stated emotion and displayed emotion is where the shadow leaks through. The person who boasts out their honesty, they're terrified you might discover their deception. The colleague who constantly questions others' loyalty, they're wrestling with their own betrayal impulses. Reading people isn't about manipulation, it's about removing your own blinders. Start with one technique today. Master it, then add the next. The most powerful insight? As William James said, the greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. When you change how you see others, you transform how you navigate every relationship in your life. Subscribe for more psychological strategies that actually work. And remember, the most important book to read first is always your own.